Welcome back. Now, before you even think about design, location, or finishes, there's one factor quietly shaping every decision you make: cost. From cement to steel, sand to roofing, building material prices are constantly shifting, and for many, that's where budgets are won or completely lost. So, what are the current market prices?
In real estate, the most expensive mistake is budgeting with yesterday's data. With the 2026 excise duty bill now on the table, the cost of doing business in Uganda is about to get a lot more specific. If you're planning a project for the second half of the year, your margins just moved. Let's look at the current ticket and the tax storm that's brewing. Cement, a bag of 50 kilograms goes for ordinary 31,000, Portland 33 to 35,000 shillings, and high grade 48,000. Let's look at blocks and bricks. 6-inch hollow goes for 1,900 shillings and burnt clay for 450 shillings. Steel 12 millimeters goes for 39,000 and 16 millimeters goes for 69,000 shillings. Now here's the audit you need to pay attention to. Government tabled a 1,000 shilling levy per 50 kilogram of bag of cement, adhesive and lime. The reality? That's a direct 1,000 shilling increase per bag starting July 2026. But it doesn't stop at the shell. They've also proposed a 50 shilling levy per litre on locally manufactured paints and varnishes. The implication? If you're finishing a standard apartment block, you aren't just looking at higher wall costs, your entire finishing budget just took a hit. We are talking about a cumulative tax creep that could add millions to a mid-sized development. Industry analysts are already warning of a tsunami effect on a housing affordability. If you haven't locked in your supply contracts before July, you're essentially volunteering to pay the government surcharge on your dream. Let's get practical. On a mid-sized apartment project using 2,000 bags of cement and 500 liters of paint, you're looking at a 2.5 million shillings unbudgeted haul in your pocket before you even finish the skin. This tax at the foundation is a margin killer. If your BOQ doesn't have a 5% legislative buffer, your return on investment is already leaking.
And once you understand the cost, the next question becomes even more critical. Where exactly are you buying from? Because in construction, the difference between quality and compromise often comes down to your suppliers. Trusted sources, verified materials, reliable delivery. These are the plugs that can save you money or cost you everything. Here are some of the top vetted options every smart builder should know.
When taxes go up, your sourcing strategy has to get smarter. You can't change the law, but you can change where you buy. We've mapped the hubs where the smart money goes to bypass the middleman and protect your return on investment. This is your procurement roadmap for a high tax environment. Nalukorongo, the wholesale core, the heavy hitter. With the new 1,000 shilling cement levy coming, this is where you negotiate bulk volume to offset the tax hit. Chireka and Namamve is the steel spine, the industrial corridor. Since the new bill targets paints and cement, focus your steel procurement here to keep your structure costs lean. Ntinda and Bukoto is the aesthetic end, the finish line. With the 50 shilling per litre paint tax looming, this is where you source high-end durability finishes that offer better long-term value for every shilling spent. Kampala Central, the brain trust, the professional hub. This is where you find the tax consultants and valuers who can help you restructure your project's cash flow before July 1st.
We are back in the heart of the Ntinda Naguru corridor. 47 exclusive units, one strategic address. This is not just a place to stay, it's a move for your future.
Chiwatule is no longer just a quiet residential suburb. It has become one of the most strategic engines for the modern Kampala professional, offering seamless access to Ntinda quick connectivity to Kololo, and direct links into the city's commercial heartbeat. But what is redefining demand here is not just location, it's what sits inside these walls. We are looking at a premium mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments designed for the modern executive who needs a gym before the 8 a.m. meeting, and the family that demands security, space, and convenience without compromise. Finished to a global standard, European fittings, optimized storage, and natural light that transforms every room into a lived-in experience. For diaspora investors and portfolio builders, this is where strategy meets opportunity. The return on investment here is not speculative, it is structured. Rental demand in the Bukoto-Chiwatule corridor is currently at an all-time high, driven by both long-term corporate leases and the fast-growing Airbnb market. This is a classic buy-to-earn opportunity. But here's the reality. There are only 47 units in a city of millions. That is rapidly a closing window.
We've looked at the numbers, we've walked through the spaces, and we've mapped out the corridors. But if there's one thing we've learned today, it's this. 300 million shillings can build you walls or it can buy you a future. The difference isn't the price of cement, it's the depth of strategy. Whether you're building your first home or positioning yourself for the next big real estate wave in Mukono or Wakiso, remember that in this market, information is the most valuable square inch you will ever own. The landscape of Uganda is changing, and the windows of opportunity don't stay open forever. Don't just be a spectator of the skyline, be a part of the people building it. This has been Property 360, but the conversation doesn't end here. We want to hear from you. Join the discussion on our social media pages. Follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Property 360 Degrees. Use the hashtag NBS Property 360 to share your thoughts, your building projects, or your investment questions. I'm Wilberforce Nsamba. We'll see you in the next one.
Brought to you by Palm Marina Estates, Garuga, where luxury meets lifestyle by the water.